Here's Sean Spicer following the directions of President Trump's personal lawyer by refusing to answer any questions about the investigation of the White House.
Does President Trump have audio recordings of his conversations and meetings with the former FBI Director James Comey?
The president made clear in the Rose Garden last week that he would have an announcement shortly.
Right, so what is he waiting for? What's the delay?
He's waiting. He's not waiting for anything. When he's ready to further discuss it, he will. But I think he laid out his position very clearly, very concisely on Friday.
And here's the president today, following the advice of his defense lawyer.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks to a Freedom of Information Act request by the Wall Street Journal, the United States Secret Service said today that it has, quote, no records of any audio recorded in the Trump White House. But as the Wall Street Journal points out, this doesn't exclude the possibility that recordings could have been created by another entity other than the Secret Service. Joining us now, Tim O'Brien, the executive editor of Bloomberg View and the author of Trump Nation, The Art of Being the Donald. And Tim, you were, of course, sued for writing that book, and Mark Kasowitz was the lawyer he has now defending him in that lawsuit. The issue of audio tapes came up. Tell us about how that happened, that at some point Donald Trump said something like, I've tape recorded our conversation.
Yeah, routinely. I was at the New York Times at the time, and we spoke frequently, multiple times during the week. And
by phone?
By phone.
Yeah.
He doesn't email.
Right.
He would send letters, or I'd see him at the office. But occasionally at the end of phone calls, he would say, now I've been taping this. You don't mind if I tape it, do you? And I said, no, that's fine. That's fine. Or then
he would just throw it in at the end.
He would drop it in right at the end. Or then I'd be in his office, and he'd say, you know, I might have to start the tape recording system.
Okay, now let's go to the under oath deposition in your case. And I'm so glad that he sued you, because we have this deposition.
Yes.
And I'm very jealous. I wanted him to sue me, so I would have one of these depositions. Here's Donald Trump under oath. I figured the only way I could make him write what I was actually saying was to have him at least think that he was being tape recorded. So you believe you may have told him, Donald Trump. I may have told him, I don't remember, but I may have told him. Question, that you were tape recording him, Donald Trump. That's right. I remember something very vaguely in my mind, hoping that he would write honestly what I said. Question, and that was not true. You were not tape recording him, Donald Trump. I was not. I'm not equipped to tape record. Yeah. So we have been here before. What was your reaction when you saw the first tweet from Trump about, hey, Comey better hope there are no
tapes? Yeah, I thought there were absolutely no tapes.
Yeah.
And yes, and Comey said during his testimony, Lordy, he hopes they're tapes, yes, famously. And I hate to disappoint him, but I don't think they exist. Trump says this kind of stuff all the time to intimidate people, whether it's people prosecuting him or investigating him or reporting on him. It's sort of typical Trump.
Now, your reaction tonight, knowing Donald Trump as you do, your reaction tonight to the possibility that he may order the special prosecutor to be fired?
Oh, I think he would do that in a heartbeat if it came to his survival. I think there's two lenses for understanding everything that Donald Trump does: self-aggrandizement or a self-preservation. And he's firmly in the self-preservation mode here, and I don't think he'd hesitate for a second to fire Mueller.
And so, the idea that, well, he's got to make the political calculation, for you, it's all about just how at risk does he feel, yes, by the special prosecutor, and if he feels seriously at risk, then we'll fire him.
He's not a strategically disciplined, intellectually, emotionally disciplined person. He's a carnival barker, mm-hmm, and he wants attention, and he wants to make sure that he survives. That's what motivates everything he does.
Now, Kasowitz has absolutely no experience defending a president. He has virtually no experience with criminal law. He's always been in these lawsuits, including defending the Trump University lawsuit, which he lost to the tune of $25 million. Right. What's your reaction to the president having a lawyer with no experience in the arena that he finds himself now?
Well, when he sued me for libel, Kasowitz had no experience in libel law either. And I had great attorneys.
And now he does.
And now he does. Yeah, but he learned it the hard way. Right. And I had great attorneys. I had Mary Jo White. Yes. Andrew Serezny and Andrew Levine, her two deputies. And
former U.S. attorney, Mary Jo White.
Correct. Right. And then former SEC chair. Yeah. And they were prepared, they were disciplined, they were wise, and they cleaned his clock.
And so Kasowitz to you is a sign that actually Trump could have more problems than he realized.
He doesn't understand what he's up against.
Doesn't know what he's doing. That was my impression. Tim O'Brien, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for getting sued and for having that deposition. We really needed it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.